Hello everybody, this is Sonya and I'm here, I'm back. I've been here all the time. I just had some things that I had to do, and I still have got to do stuff. The last time I talked to you, I think I was on my way to the heart person and to have a echo thing or something on my heart, I think it was called. I don't know, they look in there and peep about and stuff like that. They don't actually look in your heart, they have this machine that does it. And so the lady did say it looked really all right. Oh, good, so that was good. I haven't got anything back from the doctors yet, so they must think I'm okay, so that's good. That was just as a follow-up from when I went into hospital a few months back there, so just nobody did anything I didn't have any tests and that done. Well, I didn't think I had to, but this other doctor sent me there, and now I'm itching to go back to my new doctor because I do not want to have another test on anything, although I am due to have 2 more, and I cancelled the other day because I didn't want to do them, only because you say something to people and they just go ahead and do things that it's not necessary, I don't think. But anyway, as far as I know, I'm okay for the time being. I'm not feeling too crash-hot because I'm exhausted. I have been... Look, I had to clear this space because Amy said I could craft. She said, didn't worry about the mess. But I went looking for something because I really wanted to do some buttons today, because I had this, you know, when you're thinking about something and you think, oh, yeah, I want to do that. There was actually a couple more things too that I want to do, so... you know, that'll all come to pass, because I'll keep this bit of the table or the room spare and just start working my way through the rest of it there somehow. But anyway, I'm putting all the stuff that's the same together, you know, putting all the material together, all the stamps together, everything together, so I can then go through it and get out what I don't want. Okay, now nobody's probably got this many buttons to come, but I have picked up all these buttons from different places. Now this one here came with no thing in the back of it. You have to have a little thing to push it down, and it didn't have that in there, but in some of the others I have one of those so I can use it, right? I have these sort, and I'm looking to use them this morning, and I wanted some small ones because I found these the other day. I think that was the ones I got. Oh, I had smaller. I wanted to go for tiny, but I don't know. I've got tiny ones. I'm here in a drawer. Oh no, they're bigger. I could have sworn I had little ones. You know how that is. So that was what was enticing me to do this. If only I could get to the back of this drawer. Oh no, they're still the same. All still the same, okay. Because I got a lot of these because they were only cheap, but because they didn't have that bit. But I think I've got that bit in here to do that with, so I'll show you how to do. And these ones there too, they're cool. Oh, they're little. We might try those too, okay. Now I know you've probably done this before, but I just need a few to put in a couple of things that I want to do. So that's what we're going to do this one. These are grippers. They cost 36 cents initially and then 10 cents. Victoria. And they are grippers. So you must put that, press the press study bit. Anyway, I don't really want to do that today, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now, I did look at getting a bit of actually stretchy fabric, because I thought, you know, that'd be easier for people to do that, you know, I'm only just learning, but because it will work really nice. Isn't this a gorgeous colour over top, this colour? Actually, the one I got on is not quite, but the other one's the colour, this one's not. So I want to put one of these onto the button. These are little Christmas persons. Look, I want to put a face on. So when I found these, I thought, haha, I'll have them. I got those the other day, didn't I? I think I did. So you take this bit off the back carefully, because otherwise you'll hurt your hands. Well, you will in my case, because I'm I try not to be too rough with things, but I don't know. It's just I suppose it's been on here a long time. You keep this bit because you've got to cut out that bit, so let's not tear that bit. Well, they do come off. They really do come off, but then they've probably been there since the year dot. Oh, crikey. I probably should have thought, I didn't realise I had this trouble though. I should have thought of it sooner. I wouldn't have realised I'd had that much trouble getting it off there. Well, it should stay on, shouldn't it? Let's just try one more and see if I can get it off. Easier. I don't think so. Maybe that's why nobody used them. They were 30 cents. These are about, I don't know, $3 or $4 now. So if you can find any of these, you know, just pick them up. It's just, I'm not going to take another one off just yet. If this works, I may do. Will that little face fit onto here? I think so. But we have to cut it to the size it says here, which is size 45. 2, 4, 5. So this has got 1, 2, 3, 5 buttons. So that'll be the size of that one there. Right. I guess I figured that out because of... Okay, here. Well, see, you could get some tracing paper and trace around the others if you felt like you wanted to do small. But if you've got smaller ones, there'll be instructions. There'll be one of them on the back of them all, see? That little one too, I want to try that one in a minute. Righto. Up here, I hope you get the right place. Well, I hope you've all been good now while I was gone. Nobody been misbehaving. I really miss coming on here talking to you, I really do. I get really, it's very sad because I'm so used to it. I've been doing this for years. Years and years. And I really feel, you know, that I've missed out coming and talking to you, but I could not do a video with all the stuff that's been going on around me, and the, that one there might work good. You know, you've got, there's things going on, isn't there, in your life, and I just haven't had a chance. I'd make an appointment and they'd change them, and this went on for days and weeks, and I'm going to have to cut through this one. It doesn't matter, does it? No, we're going to have to... I want to put it over her face, but then I want to make sure that she's in the middle. You can draw around that if you wanted to. I'm just going to cut around it, and then I might draw around it if it's got... Put a little face up there. I do not want this to be skew with. So you want to put it fair in the centre of your circle, best you can. I'm going to keep hold of it now. And here. Got the worst scissors I could possibly have picked up. Okay. It's freezing cold here and raining. It's supposed to be springtime. I said to Jeremy, how are we going to get the spring cleaning done if we don't get any spring? It's just not right, is it? I think that's going to fit on there, people. I do think that's going to fit on there. So we'll have this and a needle, please. All right. But anyway, I did pop out yesterday for an hour because I had to go and do a couple of things up the town. I was really disappointed with Woolworths. I ordered some stuff and they've got a lot of stock that's not coming in now, you know. I had to go up there and see if I could find some different things to replace what I couldn't get on from them, because I don't like them putting replacements in. You could end up with anything. Not very nice for me to say, but I'm going to start on the outside just for the sake of it, I suppose. And I'm only going to bring it in that far. Well, when I go to pull it in, see, I'll need just come in that far. Where are we? All right, we're on the, as long as you're there, right, you're there. So I'll come in this far. Like it's about a, I don't know, what would you say, 1/4 of an inch or something? What's it tell me? I don't have to do what that says. I'll just do what I think, all right? I'm thinking that I need so much for the front, so much for the sides, and this part goes around the back. And I don't know, but I think sometimes I'm bigger, a lot bigger than they say, or they need to be, and sometimes they're a bit smaller, so you just have to do one and have a practice and see how you go, okay? I want to do some embossing with me Big Shot too. I've got so much stuff that I've found and things that I used to do and I don't, you know, like to put that you can put in your journals, you know, because I really love doing the journals because, like people say, it's something that you can put so much, you can put lots of things in. You can do sewing and, like, you can even cover a button and put it in there. You can do whatever you want and you can get it all caught up here too, because I have, but we're not going to worry about, we're not going to panic, okay? I just can't do anything with these hands. They just don't work for me this morning. Come on. I didn't have a very good night. Jeremy's still not very well, but he said he was a lot better last night after he settled down a bit. He's still not got better. He's been sick now since June. He hasn't got, he's been tested and he hasn't got anything like that. He's got to go to the ear doctor, ear, nose and throat specialist, and I think it could be to do with his ears, because he has a lot of trouble and that gets all, you know, it upsets all the other bits, doesn't it? You know what I mean, in your head. And so hopefully, I hope that's what it is, so we can get it fixed. It's, you know, it's been such an ongoing thing for so long. It gets better and then the doctor gave him antibiotics and then said, oh, I won't give you any more. But if he had to, because he was getting better, if you had to give him some more, he would have been right. Look at that. Is that a Christmas button or what? And it's a good size too, this thing. So you just go over to the sides here and grab hold of it. All right. And this one here, we'll go across here and get this. Now, we don't want to have any pointy bits. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm trying to hang on to it and see here, there's a little kicky out part there. We don't want that. So we'll come over there and we'll do this. It's worth the extra time, you know, to take to do the best that you can, you know. It's worth the extra time. It's definitely worth it. Because you want to look at something, and I have got stuff that I've come across and I think, well, I didn't use that because look what happens here, you know, that sort of thing. And you think, well, there you go, Sonia, that's why. I've covered ordinary buttons too, and that's good fun because I love to do them as well, because you can just do your own style then, can't you? Whatever you want to do. This you can too, but you can put a piece of embroidery on this, which I could do that too. But I don't think I'd put some of mine. I've got that much stuff now. I didn't really want to make another embroidery yet. I need to make a cover for me. I need to put a cover on my sewing journal because I've nearly finished that. I haven't showed you it for a while because you've seen how much I've done. Now we put it on the face of it nicely. I think that looks pretty good, don't you? There you go. Now you can turn this into a brooch or anything. You don't have to have and I usually don't cut the string off. I pull it through there, push this on. Come on. Well, you can see that it won't be coming off in a hurry, will it? I think there's a pair of pliers. This might be better to push them on with. And that piece there sticking out looking at me. Whoops. Must be cotton. Now I know it's down in far enough, that side is, look, but the other's going to have to be moved. Out of the way. Oh, there goes me cotton, me thing, got it back. Righto, press this down. So pliers come in handy in the craft world. They do. If you're sewing, whatever, get the pliers out. We can use them for jewellery making and that, but we can use them for making a button. How's that look? Pretty cool, hey? She looks really cool. I wonder if I can get one, that little one with the blonde hair. I'll do one of her too, eh? And then I'm going to do a smaller one, I think. or maybe a stretchy one, I don't know. But I might do another little one with... Oh, we've got to get it off, don't we? That's the trouble. That's the big thing. Well, this paper's good. Really good paper. I know now too they're making everything you buy, putting it in these stuff that you can't get out of, even when you get the scissors. I suppose it's so people can't get them out in the shops, and that's fair enough, but you want to be able to get them out when you get home, don't you? Oh, look at this. I might be getting this one. Look. That's good. Christmas buttons. So there's a hole through here, see, for you to sew it on. And if you can't, that's pristine, it's not coming out of there in a hurry, so don't worry about that. We'll get another one, eh? Let's do the little blonde one and see what it looks like. I hope it's in the space. Yes, she is, so I can get her. Because I think I'll put beads around. What do you reckon? I don't know. Can't help myself sometimes with these things, can I? Okay, so there's a few different sorts. That one there's really cool, isn't she? This one here's got a little halo and everything. I'm going to draw around that. I'll make it easy for you and me. Where's the... that drawing thing would be a pencil, wouldn't it? I haven't done it. I have done a little bit of stuff. Well, I wasn't on here. I've done a few things, but not a great deal. I haven't done a great deal. I've been trying to get some stuff ready for my boxes and different things to put on me Etsy, but I'm not doing too good at it. I really can't get myself going any faster than I can go. I guess it's best if you try and just do your best, because there's no good worrying about it, is there, really? Not much point worrying about it. I really enjoy doing this sort of thing, so why has this got a pointy head? Have I done something wrong? I cut that out wrong. Crikey, I hope not. I think it might be still a good size to go on here. So we just want to gather that up around the... Yes, I've got that back here. Maybe I should put something else on that, because that's bashing and carrying on. I can't handle it. There we go. Well, I did tidy the table. I even took everything off it. Oh, well, this section of it, the other part's been sorted. It's not been tidied though. I should have started on the outside with the knot. So when you pull it up, that's where the knot will be. But I'll just go gather this up. Now, make sure you don't go too close to the edge, because it'll fray undone. Okay? You don't want that to happen. You don't want it to fray undone. Now, I've seen somebody make... Well, I thought that this would be good as a thing on your journal. A stop, you know, to put... I'll show you. I'm sorry, people, my words. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. You are so wonderful to me, and I really would do appreciate all you new people too that are saying all these lovely things. And I'd like to say good day to all yous, but you'll have to just have it in one hello, and all the big hugs that I can send out to you all. I really appreciate you commenting and giving me a thumbs up, because that will help my videos go to the top of the thing. If YouTube thinks I'm good, they'll put my videos up and I will get more subscribers than that. And you know what? I've got 12,000 now. It took a long time. It took a long time. It seemed to take forever from the 11,000 to 12. It really did, you know. It took so forever. And, you know, I say I worry about my work and that sometimes, you know, if it's not, you know, if it's old-fashioned, but you know what, this is Sonia's ideas, aren't they? Like my style, none of these ideas are mine. You know, there's nothing that I've, you know, come up with that's, I've often had a dream in the night time, and I thought, oh, gee, that's good, nobody else has thought of that. I used to do that a lot when I thought about writing books and things. You know, I used to think it would be nice to be able to write stories and things, right, because that was something I was sort of into but didn't do, but... And you think, oh, nobody's ever done that genre before. I'll have to try that, eh? And you wake up and you think, I wonder what that was. I was thinking, because it wouldn't be anywhere in your head. Oh dear, never mind. But anyway, no, it's what we do here was always done before. There's all them people out there in the world before us, and they've done them, yes. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but my somebody sort of brought this to my mind. My grandmother's mother's mother worked for royalty in the sewing room. She did, in England, so there you go. So there you go, eh? She worked in the sewing room, but my nana used to do beautiful work too. Well, she had a whole heap of children, which was 16 altogether, and I suppose she had to sew for them, but I know she made lots of other beautiful stuff. And this is not going down there where I lifted that up. That's not good, is it? We'll push it back down if I can. This is a bit dangerous, Son. You'll end up with no fingers in a minute. Just press it closed the best we can, okay, people? And if I've got to get Jeremy to take... Oh, I don't think he'd take it out of there. We might leave it in there like it is. There's that little bit there sticking out, but I don't think it's going to cause a problem, because if you used it as a closure, that's what I was going to say to you. Let me see. Now, I have this sort of old bit of journal that I've got bits and pieces in it. So you could sit it on your journal like that, get your string and then wrap it round. Well, you wouldn't sit it, you'd sew it. You'd sew it on because that's what you need to do. So this is one I made way back in the day, you know, so I've got bits and pieces in here. I can go back and have a peep in case I wanted to, you know, I don't know, do something with it or something. Anyway, so this is an idea, isn't it? But, you know, I mean, you don't have to you can put whatever you like on your button, but that'd make a good closure. I'm always having trouble finding something like that, some sort of closure or other, because when I don't think of the cover or the closure until I've finished the book, because I've got the other one to make on the other one. I'm going to do a little stretchy one now. Let's see what it looks like. Gee, I hope I can get this off here without bending everything and breaking me nail. My nail's already broken, but I meant... Hope this is not too boring. It's crafting. This is what I wanted to do the other day. I was thinking, I want to do something with those little faces. I don't do a lot of Christmas decorations. I have in the past, but I don't think I'll be doing any this year, because I've got to go and find all the stuff anyway. But I don't know if anybody... There's so many people on there making stuff. I'll put up some things out in the lounge room. I think I made a sleigh one time. I've made some trees with feet. They were fun. If I could find them, I could put the video up below, but I don't know there we go. Look at that. I've got two off, and that wasn't taking me too long. Now, the size I need for this one is... the amount of buttons that are on the thing. No, that doesn't work on this one. 19 millimetres it says. So let's go around in this circle here. It says 19. So there'll be something on your card that'll show you the size. And if you can't work it out, if you haven't got the size on, you can just go and see how you can work it out yourself, you know. I'm really uncomfortable here till I'm sitting on the front of the chair. I don't know why, but I'll be off it in a minute. Now, I've got this really nice stuff. I wanted to put some of that on, but then I like this too. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? Does this stretch? No, but it's a pretty colour, isn't it? I do love the colour of these things. I like that bit there. Some pink. Okay. Sorry about that, I've got sniffles, so I don't know why. That's not good. Every time we get something, we think that's not good, don't we? We think, oh dear. But we'll be fine. I'm good. It's just, the weather's just been so horrible. Jeremy took the electric blanket off our bed. A week or two ago or something. Yeah. And it's been really cold ever since. And we got the fan, and we used the fan one day. One day we used the fan. Where we live, it is so hot. for a fair while of the year. I hope I'm in the shot here, am I? Oh dear, I've probably been doing all this without you looking. Sorry. And it's usually really warm here, and I do look forward to the summertime. At the start of the summertime, I'm not real keen of it. If we get those heat waves where you get 4 or 5 days, or 2 or 3 days even, that's not bad, of really hot weather, and you got day and night, and you get up in the morning, oh, still as bad, you know, you think, oh my goodness. Actually, I should be putting this on here so I can show you how to do this. I'll do this one. And, you know, you just can't, after a while that just gets, you get over that, you know, but I don't think I liked it in them days, but we're still. So this is a little contraption that you have that bit and you have this bit, right? And you've got your button top and this is inside, righto? Now, I'm thinking that might be a bit big. Like, it didn't say how big around to have this. Okay, right. I think that's too big for that. Way too big. I don't think I'll cut it. I'll leave that one because I'll put that one in a minute. It seems a bit big for that too, doesn't it? What am I doing? How did I decide that answer to that one? Do you know? Now I've got pieces of paper everywhere and nothing I can. I'm sure I can manage to figure it out later. That's a big one. Must be here somewhere. Never mind. Look, we're going to cut that down smaller. We'll do this one here. I don't really like using something that's going to fray badly, but this might, because you want to you don't want it to fray too bad. Okay, come on. And this is like this is a sort of a satiny fabric. I can't say for it isn't real, like, not actually really satin, but it's, so that's got to go in there. You don't have to even sew this, I don't think. Oh, yes you do. You'd have to. It's not going to work if you don't. Let's just make that little circle a bit smaller. A bit more circle shaped would be a good idea too, Sonia. I don't want it too small though. Right, now I have been doing a bit of online shopping thanks to Natalie, who is Natalie Williams here on YouTube. She went and she bought some stuff at Craft Online. And I'm blaming you for this, Nat. I'm not, because I was so excited when I seen what you got. There was these magnetic sleeves with, and they were on special. And you put your dyes in them, and they, you know, they're like they're magnetic, and then they were covered, had a cover over them. My dyes are in the worst mess ever, and I do have a lot, so I went crazy and I bought 5 packets. There's 10 in each one. I probably don't have enough still, but anyway. So thank you, Nat. But then you know what? You have to get $60 to get free shipping. And I thought, oh, yeah, right, I will go with that. I'll get some more. So I got some paper. And Santa Claus did say not long ago I should get some stuff for Christmas. So I thought, okay, I'll have some glue. So then I bought 3 bottles of tacking. It got up at over $100, but that doesn't matter. And I'm waiting anxiously for it because I'm allowed to have the things to put the dyes in, but the others I've got to wait for Christmas. Because I'm also hoping that Santa Claus will be buying me. I know he's going to get me a big bite too. I'm thinking I'd like a big bite for Christmas. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. Probably wouldn't use it that much. So it's like your crocodile and it's got a long arm on it. I don't know whether I'd use it or not. See all these little bits here that are sitting out there? You really don't want them on there. You really don't, but it's not easy to disguise them. So that's when you get a couple of beads and you run around with your beads, isn't it, eh? So this has got to go in there. So what you do is you put your button in the, wait a minute, which thing do you put your button in? Come on, Sonya, you know how to do this. You must put your button in that red thing there, right? Then you put that in there. Then you get this, and you push that in there like that. And this should do it, I hope. You think you'll be able to get it out? Nope, didn't work. Must have did that wrong. Totally. Glad I left that stuck to it. Why won't that work? Am I using the wrong thing? Oh, no, I'm not. Is that supposed to be pushed into there? There's no way that's going to go in that hole. Look at this. It won't even go in there without. Oh, yes, it does. Made a liar out of me then. That won't go in that. Right? Oh, dear. Well, that's sad because I really like this. But I'm going to just put some beads around that and I'll do something else with it then because these are the pieces that go on that one there. Now, let me look at the directions. I know that goes... This goes in here, but see it's too... I've got too much material around it, I think. Alright, so you've got that in there, see? And then you get this bit, and you put these in here like that. See, that's a bit there. And then push that down maybe a bit. Start with. It's not going to go... There's no way that's going to go in there. It's just not going to do it. And see, then you would put this in the top of it to press it in. I have done ones like this before and they have worked, but this one is not going to because of when I cut the cotton off that. Yeah, it'll come back out to me, I hope. It'll pull undone too. Anyway, that was not fun at all, was it? Let's try this little one, eh? Where's the piece for that? Is that too much? I think it's too big. Yeah, so anyway, I'm excited to get these things so I can put my dies in them. And I will show you, I might have to show you some of the work that I'm doing in my room as I go because really I need to get it fixed so I can come in here and find things and work without getting into a state because I can't find what I want. I can't find any stretch fabric, you know, to do. I wanted some stretch fabric to do this with and I can't find any. I want to show you what I bought yesterday anyway because I've actually dealt to it a bit and you'll see that in a minute. I'll just show you. We'll just do this one because I want to make it work. I just want to make one work, these little fellas. I do, not the ones that are in here. They can go back in the... Somebody put them in there for a reason, didn't they? Really? Maybe they bought them before and they didn't work for them or something. This is a nice sparkly one. I went to Vinnie's yesterday. I wasn't going to go because I was only going to make a quick duck up the street. And anyway, it just so happens, you know, that the road was blocked off and I couldn't get round. And I had to go through the library. And if you go through the library, you'll end up going past the post office and there's the Vinnie's, you see, on your way up the street towards Woolworths. So I popped in there, thought I'd go and have a look-see, and I found, I didn't know what I was going to buy. I found a cover for a journal, and I found some other bits and pieces, and that's way too big, isn't it? Look at that. I've done that too big too. Look at this. Surely. You have, Sonya, you have done it too big. Well, I'm going to keep fixing it. I really am. You know me. I'm not going to let that bite me. It's not going to beat me either. To bite me. I meant to say beat me. Oh, dear. Okay, so let's get round here. Oh, right. I want to go swimming too, and it's just too cold. Well, for me it is to get started anyway. Get up first thing in the morning, go for a swim. And I haven't had my legs fixed yet because that's got to be next week, next Wednesday. Got to go for 2 things next Wednesday. Got to go to the women's health nurse and then I've got to go and have my legs bandaged up. And that's got to be done every day, so my hubby's going to do that for me because of my lymphedema. So now I'll be able to wear shoes and socks. And I haven't, it's that years and years since I've been able to wear shoes. It is really years and years. And socks. I have one pair on now that are good, that fit me nice, but you know, you can't find anything nice to wear. I get these issues, but anyway, I'll be fine. It's exciting. That's better. Look at that, isn't that cute? Probably can't see it because you come down there a bit. I'm probably not in the right place. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? Pull that up tight. Maybe I'll just better sew a few stitches first before I get carried away here. I put the top on it. So you can sort of, if you can judge that you'll need a bit to go around the side, a bit to go around the back when you're doing your circle, to add on a bit more, you know, you can always take some off. You can't put it back on though, so don't get too excited and get too much off. Anyway, I better move along if I want to show you what I was doing. I've been going through my books too and sorting out, taking out the pages that I wanted, and because I have too many. Okay. That'll be the pliers on this too. Get in there, please. That side. People would hit them down with a hammer, right? In the olden days, you know them other little round cotton reels? You get it and you put it on there and you smack that with a hammer and it'll close it. And that's what you should do, really. So that's how you really get it done. But I'm not doing that. I'm squeezing it on here because I don't want to hit anything with the hammer. Oops. Come on. Whoa. Slow down. Take your time. It will work. Look, see? It's going in there. But you're supposed to do it with a hammer and a cotton reel. That's what you're supposed to do. I suppose they figure you could push it on, but you can't. You've got to... No, I don't want to lose it on the floor. Isn't it cute? But it still can go down a bit further. But the cotton reel works really good because it fits over the end of the... Does it show you on the back of any of these? No, it doesn't show you how to do it, does it? That's a push-on one. These are all push-on ones except for this one here. Anyway, this is it. That's what you do. Or you get the cotton reel and you sit it over the top of that and you hit it and it'll push it in. Look at that. Isn't that a dear little thing? And these turned out pretty good too, didn't they? I think. I quite like those. And you never know what we could do with them. Could we do something interesting with them? You never know. Okay, so yesterday I went up the street like I was at Vinnie's and I seen this material, but it was in the shape of clothes. I bought this little dress. It cost me $3 because it's got these little Bambis on it, like a Christmas Bambi, really, isn't it? It says friends. No, it says something and tambourines, and it has a top on it, of course, but it's got all those. And I've actually been carving it up with scissors. So I've got these pieces, and they've got a back, like there's a backing behind it, because this was on the back of the dress, I think. I took a big zipper out of the back of it, so I've got a zipper, a visible zipper, but I won't use it as for a zipper. I will use it as some sort of embellishment somewhere. So I've got that bit and that bit. They're from the back, and the front had a little stain. It had some pin tucks down the front, but it had a little stain on it, so I just took, oh no, that one there might have been the other side of the front, but each one's got this. Now you can use that, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it when I get to it, in your work, or you know, whatever you want to do. But see, I've got that much, I've got heaps of it here now. So that was that one, and that cost me $3. But I'm really pleased about that, because this is going to, you could use, this can be a fabric flip. You know, you put that in your journal, you cut him off there. You don't want to leave that on there. I'll get one off the skirt, and just cut it out, and then put it in your journal. You can cut the bottom off there and use that to make flour out of. I'll show you that one day, because I've already showed you that before. Now this was another one, and it was really, really pretty, because it had, look at this. Now this was the size to fit a 1-year-old child, but very jazzy. Hey, look at it, beautiful. Now the satin was on for the bow, and I've actually taken that apart. So, you know, just get the pick and undid a thing. I call it pick and undid a thing. One of those, you know, unpick, quick unpick. And this was the back. Is this the back? Could be the front, hang on a sec. No, this is the front. This was the front, but on that front it had these little sleeves, and I just cut that off, little cap sleeve. So you've got this nice piece, and it's got gauze behind it. And this piece here, well, I don't know yet how I'll be using that, whether I'll cut the back off it or not. So I've left it so they're ready for me to use if I want to do something with them like this. See, you've got a button, and there you can button that up, make a pocket maybe. And this one here is another piece of the top. Now underneath it had this nice thin, really good for making flowers, the vintage told flowers that I like to do. Make them out of the circles or the strips, that's really good for that. And these pieces here, I love to use them bits there, and the pieces with the sewing on them, I like to use them. And then we had a layer of this tulle, which is really soft and beautiful. You know, you can't just go and buy these things without them costing you a few dollars. Plus we, excuse me, don't have anywhere to do that. So I've got a fair bit of that there. Look at this, see? It's a beaut colour. And then, that's a zipper, they had this one on the top. This one's got a fleck in it, a gold fleck. Can you see that? Look. Isn't that pretty? So I've got all that. And the lady said to me, have you got a little girl? And I know the woman, and she knows that I'm old. Maybe she thought one of my girls had a baby or something. And I said, no. I said, I use that for fabric, and that's how I get a lot of my fabric, okay? And the zipper is perfectly fine. $6, and I got all that stuff, and there's no way I could have bought even a piece of this for that much, I don't think. Maybe I could have somewhere, but... And, you know, this is really good to use in your journals, or put in your gypsy ones or something. I'm not going to... I've only made one gypsy journal so far. I've got too many things that I'm going on with. I'm itching to start another one. I really am, but I don't want myself to, because I've got a lot of things to do, and I just don't want to start another one yet. I want to finish the two that I'm making, the steampunk one and the sewing one. So it's sitting there, the sewing one. I think it's coming out there with me today to go so I can do some work on it. But anyway, so we did these little bits today, didn't we? So hopefully you enjoyed doing that, and so you can make these. And I'm going to put little beads around that, I think, and put some little legs on it or something. I don't know, you know, like the other ones I made. Where are they? I know they're not very far away, because I seen them this morning. Here, like this. But I do like mine. But this is going to be mine too, isn't it? It just depends what you want to... I know I was going to try and have these in my Etsy, but I just haven't got the time to do it, so maybe for next time, I don't know. We'll see how I go. How's that? They look really cool, don't they? I love that face on that one. Do love them. I've got a few there I can still do, but you got to get the time. And I'm sorry, but I... oh, anyway, I've got so much stuff here and so much wonderful things that I want to make. But anyhow, you just can stay here and come along with me, and we can work along together, and we'll get something done eventually, won't we? Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and big hugs to everybody, and hi to Jude, sorry, and I think it's Maria, and Amy, and all you people out there, Christine, and Lynn, because I've got 2 Lynns, and there's just so many of you lovely people that talk to me, and we are here, you know, to be with one another and to share our lives together and our craft, because it's good to have people. There's not anybody that has this enthusiasm for this like I do. Nobody I know. Nobody I know that sits and does this like I do. You know, they got other things that they do. But anyway, thank you, only you good people out there. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later, and I'll be back again tomorrow, I hope, with another video, okay? I'll see what we can do with these things. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.